Back to the phone, Cindy in Asheville, North Carolina. Welcome. Great to have you on the program. Hi.
Hey, Russ. How you doing?
I'm just fine. I've been to Asheville before. I just want you to know that.
I'm sorry?
I've been to Asheville before.
Oh, poor you. It's a horrible place. It's very liberal.
I know it is. I just been there for a day.
I don't live in Asheville. I actually live in an area called Spring Creek. But let's get to the point. I love you. I have listened to you, and I have 34 years ago, I met Ronald Reagan, and I became a Republican, and that was in Bowling Green, Kentucky. And I had a business in Bowling Green, Kentucky. I played you. I was one of the first rush rooms back then, years ago.
Whoa.
And I love you. And I do not agree with you now. I am a Southern girl, and I will tell you, Trump did not attack Cruz enough, as far as I'm concerned. I think, and I'm going to tell you this, somebody called yesterday, and they said they would never vote for Donald Trump. I will never vote for Ted Cruz. You can't afford to lose me. I am the voter that this party does not need to lose. Donald Trump has gave me the energy and the heart to go on in this party when everyone else left it. I love him. I love him. And I'm proud of it. I'm proud of being a listener of yours for so many years, just like I'm proud of being a voter for Donald Trump. But I think Ted Cruz, he's creepy. The man is creepy. I mean, I don't need a guy that's going to beat a Jesus fish to get my vote.
What, you don't need a guy that's going to beat a Jesus fish?
Yes, or carry a cross on his back. I don't need that to vote for Donald Trump. Donald Trump did not pander to the people of Iowa. I mean, I think he's the first guy I ever saw in Iowa that didn't wear a pair of blue jeans. I mean, he didn't.
I don't either.
Well, I mean, I love Donald Trump. But, you know, with Ted Cruz for 15 months has been running for the president. And, you know, I mean, I look at Ted Cruz, and I mean, that mailer he put out, that was like Heinrich Himmler. I mean, that mailer...
Wait, look, hold it. Time is dwindling here, and I need to ask you some questions, Cindy. You want Trump to win, right?
Oh, yes, I love him. I will vote only for Trump.
Wait a minute. Now. You've got to understand that there are a lot of, as yesterday showed, there are a lot of Republicans, Reaganites like you, who like Cruz. If you're going to... I don't care if you...
Only Trump...
Cindy, hang on.
Okay.
I got to hold you through the break here.
Okay.
But you got to understand, a conversation is two people talking. Okay? Okay, back for another stab at it here with Cindy in Asheville, North Carolina. I just want to run a couple of ideas by you here.
Okay.
I know you don't. You've said you don't like Cruz because you think you've got
creepy.
It's a revival hour when you watch him.
Yes.
Okay, I got that. Now, you want Trump to win.
Yes.
You got to realize that Trump is competing in an arena of majority conservatives who make up the Republican base, like you, Reagan-inspired type conservatives.
Right.
Now, it's understood by everybody in a primary that candidates are going to go after everybody. There's a way you do it, though. I think Mr. Trump's mistake in going after Cruz, not that he did it, but it's not going to be helpful to go after fellow Republicans in the same way liberal Democrats or establishment Republicans go after them when this is a campaign that's anti-establishment from top to bottom. So
I agree with that, but I think he needs to go back, Mr. Trump does, and look at the 15 months. You know, I think you need to do the timeline. I think he needs to attack Cruz, and I think you need to attack. I mean, he's coming down here to the South. If
on what? Look, it's not going to help to say that Cruz is Canadian. It's not going to help to say that Cruz doesn't have a big. But that was the nature of the attack.
Well, I think that he needs to attack him on the fact, and this bothers people. It bothers people the way Mr. Cruz has ran his election. It bothered me last night with the fact with Mr. Carson, how they told people that Mr. Carson was out. You know, he wasn't run. I mean, that's dirty. Now, that's what liberals do, Rush.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mr. Trump did not attack enough. He did not, and he didn't pander to the Iowans. He did not pander to them, and you know that. Right. You wouldn't have done it.
Okay,
either.
so there we have it. Put it out there, Cindy. We'll have people talk about it. You think Trump wimped out when it comes to criticizing Cruz. He didn't hit him hard enough. And obviously, Cindy thinks Cruz got away with too much revivalism. There was too much Christianity going on out there, and Trump should have hit that. That's not what she's saying? Well, that's what... Look, non-Christians think that Christians come off as creepy. Or people who don't wear it on their sleeves think that those who do are creepy. Yeah, the fish comment and the cross on the back and what have you comment that she made. My only point is, I know these guys are going to go after each other. It's the name of the game. The Democrats do the same thing in their primaries, but they have unique ways of doing it. I just think that if you're going to go after Cruz, it isn't going to help you to try to convince people that he's not qualified because he's Canadian, even if you're trying to be funny with it, and then say that he wants is comfortable, okay with people dying in the street because they don't have health care. Those are things that raise red flags for people who are supporting Trump, who think he's an outsider running against the establishment. And when he ends up sounding like a member of the establishment, that's all I'm saying. When he ends up sounding like a member of the establishment, some people in his group are going to have red flags raised.